Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Greg, your co-host to the Grilling to Get Away podcast, and I'm here with my buddy.
Hey, what's happening, everyone? This is Ben.
Ben, man, stay warm.
Yeah, holy cow. It is, it's flipping freezing out there, isn't it?
It's like a negative 18 to 20 degrees with the wind chill right now. So
yeah, that wind just cuts right
it's
through
crazy. It's crazy, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's supposed to be colder later on the week.
Oh, good. That's perfect. Yeah,
We got an Arctic blast coming here in Wisconsin.
I'll show them an Arctic blast, you know what I mean?
Okay. So it's that kind of podcast today, huh?
All right.
Coming in here through the Midwest, it's going to be unseasonably cold for usually this time of year.
It's funny, too, man, because I talked to you about that before we started, But you literally last week, a week ago today, you and I could have gone golfing.
We could have gone golfing.
It was like up in the mid-50s.
And now today we're like, I don't even want to get out of bed.
Well, you're lucky I came over for the podcast.
I know. Yeah,
I was
thanks
gonna
for
be like,
coming
well,
over.
Greg, it's too cold. I don't know if I can get out of bed, man.
Yeah, we would have done a Zoom call.
Just laying and sitting there with the pillows behind us and stuff.
They're already talking about school closing like later on in the week, man.
Don't tell me that.
Yeah, you know what my wife's a teacher.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's
the superintendent's thing, you know, because his thing is weather. So she's like, and I make fun of her all the time. I was like, because at the it's been snowing, it's cold. I was like, I'm surprised, I haven't gotten any weather updates from the superintendent. She's like, don't worry, I've already gotten like 3.
Oh, good.
That's good that, that's what our tax dollars are going for is, but anyways, yeah, it's unseasonably cold here, Ben. And that brings me to a point here where, I want to talk to you because I know you got out quite a bit over the weekend.
Yeah.
About grilling and barbecuing in freezing temperatures, which you and I both do.
Love it, man.
All the time.
Yep.
Some people don't. But if you're new and you're thinking about it, I think we want to share a couple tips with you today.
Yeah, dude. So I heard this thing real quick. The Bears and Rams played down in Chicago on Sunday night, right? And it was pretty damn cold here, at least up in Wisconsin. But man, like on the pregame, I was listening to because I want to see
what's going on,
what's the temp like?
Yeah, how are they feeling?
And dude, and we've had somebody at an event tell us this before, but
the on-field reporter was saying that Rams players were putting cayenne pepper in their socks.
Yeah, I saw that before. That was that one lady that told us that at the event.
At an event over the summer. Like this was like what 2-3 years ago now.
Yeah.
Because we were out at Twins.
Was it Twins?
I think it was at Twins, and she was like, she worked for FedEx and the warehouse, packing trucks or something like that.
And they'd put cayenne on their hands and their gloves.
Yeah, she said she put them in her gloves and in her socks and stuff. And we're like,
it's
okay.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
All right. Well, I've never heard of that before.
So,
but
yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Have you ever done that, Greg?
No, I haven't done that, Ben.
Well, I don't. It's a simple question, man.
Okay, well, no, I haven't done that.
Okay,
well. I never put cayenne in my socks or in my hands, on my gloves, but there's an option for you. I don't have any time. If I'm tailgating, I got my spices here, and I don't have any hand warmers. I just sprinkle a little bit of cayenne pepper on there, and then go into the game. Here we go.
It's a win-win-win,
Yeah, but
warms you up, smells good, tastes good.
But it's like cayenne pepper. It doesn't burn or anything necessarily like when you're as a spice. So like you don't have to worry about getting it into like any cuts or anything like that because it's not like something that's going to actually burn you. It's just like something that's going to help warm you up.
Well, there you have it. So on those cold tailgating days,
back an extra bottle of cayenne pepper for you.
Any day you're out there cooking and ice fishing, whatever, man.
Right.
Hunting, yeah.
You know what cayenne pepper also reminds me of, Ben?
What's that, man?
Did you ever watch the movie Three Ninjas growing up?
I did.
Yeah,
it's been a long time.
But cayenne pepper always reminds me of that when they make those homemade, what do you call them? I don't even know what they're called, like spice bombs or whatever, where they're throwing at the burglars and gets them in the eyes. Yeah. Classic movie. If you haven't seen it, you got kids. Three Ninjas.
Have your boys watched that?
Yeah, they have.
Have they? Dude, I don't know if my kids have.
Oh, it's great.
I'll have to pull it out.
Yeah, you got it. Brings back a lot of good memories. Like, this is awesome. It's kind of on the same line of like Home Alone, right?
Sure.
They're protecting their house against burglars, but it's ninja-esque. So that's great. Well,
lots of options for cayenne, though. So there's a plug for you.
Yeah. But man, so I know you were out there this weekend because you sent me a pic of the ham that you were doing. You were talking about doing some pulled ham. So let's talk through that a little bit.
Dude, so I was out there. That was on Monday.
So yeah, Monday, and it was negative 20 degrees.
Yeah. Yep. That was on Monday. And then on Sunday night, I grilled too, like, because it was just me and my son,
Sure.
and we did the salmon. We did the salmon. I put it on like the paper bag, like I told you, like we've talked about in the past, too. That was crazy, and it was flipping cold that night too.
Yeah, it was. I did some brats that night.
Did you? Yeah, man. So yeah, like got out a bunch this weekend, which was awesome. But man, I'm so glad that I had like extra bags of charcoal.
Yeah.
At the house, yeah, because like it was crazy windy and stuff, man, and I was using the Huntsman from Spider Grills.
Spider Grill.
So it has like that venom on the bottom, right? That I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna need about as much help as I can get, kind of keeping temp on this with it being so cold, so windy and stuff. So what it does?
So talk about the venom.
Yeah, the venom is it's similar to like what you would use on a pellet grill, where you can kind of set that temp.
Okay.
But on this, I'm still using charcoal.
Right.
So I'm still using charcoal. Get it down in there and stuff, and then you kind of set like that temp, and what it does, it helps it just kind of puff some air up in there, kind of keeps the coals rolling and stuff like that, and helps kind of keep it steady, like I'd say around that temp.
So what temp did you set it at?
Let's see. Initially, I set it. So I started the grill about 7 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Got it rolling and stuff. And then I set it for like 310, because it tends to like it's a 22-inch, but like it runs hot and cold in different spots, obviously. And then so what I wanted to do was I have a thermometer up at the front, where just like you would on any kind of kettle, and where it's it's reading that, but then it has like a probe in the back, and that probe is what's hooked up to the venom.
Okay.
And so I was like, I was gonna put the coals closer to like the front.
Yeah.
That front gauge. So then it'd be, and I was gonna have the meat kind of in the back. So I wanted the reading to be more towards like the back where the meat would be, so it would kind of puff that air and kind of keep the grill at that certain temp.
All right.
So I set it to like 310. It usually kind of has about a 10-degree difference, give or take, especially on like these cold days. It'll fluctuate and stuff. And I'll get like different readings. Like I've done it too, where, if I have the coals in the back closer to like that temp gauge, it's not like towards the front, man, it'll be at least like 25 degrees difference from what I'm getting on like the thermometer.
Okay. So you got the Spider Grill going, the Huntsman, and then you got the Venom to help keep the temperature. Now, I know usually when it's cold out, you like to pull it inside the garage. Did you pull your grill in the garage this time?
No, that would have been, I didn't even think about doing it.
Okay.
Because like, it was like right by the door.
Yeah, so you didn't want to have to go in and out too far.
And it, like, with that, obviously I'm running power to it and stuff, so I was just running right from the house.
I got it.
It's right there, so... now I didn't really want to mess around going back and forth to the garage. It was just blowing everywhere. I don't think it would have made a difference if I did it in the garage.
Now, did you set up anything to block the wind or anything like that?
Not really. Just left it right there.
Okay.
Just let it ride.
And did it keep temp pretty good, or
it did pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay. It did pretty good. It was at times I felt like it was like way high, and then all of a sudden it would like drop way low too. So I kind of like monitored it throughout and stuff. Definitely. About every 2 hours, I would say, I was adding at least like kind of a half of a chimney of charcoal.
Oh, okay.
So,
what kind of charcoal were you using again?
I was using B&B.
B&B, just the lump briquettes.
Yep.
Okay. Competition style.
Competition style, and then I was using some. I used a couple of 2 big chunks of apple wood chunks.
Okay, with the ham.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So, that's one tip that we like to suggest. I always have enough fuel on hand, especially during colder times, because you might go through it quicker because you might need it to keep the temperature, whatever you're cooking on. Some of these grills have like those welding blankets and stuff you can put on them. I don't have one. Do you have one?
I don't have one, man. And it's kind of tricky. I guess I'm not sure I would have used it.
Okay.
If I did.
I see them a lot for like the offset, like the bigger ones, like the barrel smokers, and like the pellet grills and stuff like that. And then like, with the blocking of the wind, we've talked about this in the past. Like if you got a pellet grill out there, you got to watch for that wind blowing through there.
We've had a lot of people talk to us about that and have had like a lot of jacked up cooks because with them, they're plugging it in, they're just doing it from their phones and stuff, and like they're like, oh yeah, I got it rolling right now, and then they'll look like we'll be at events and they're like, oh my god, my temp's like way up, and
if it's a windy day out there, you gotta make sure you're blocking some of that wind, so it doesn't spike up your temperatures. Mess with the cook too much. So that's a good tip for you guys if you're cooking in windy or cold situations. Make sure obviously you have enough fuel for the fire.
Yeah.
And I've seen some creative ways where people are doing long cooks on pellet grills because the auger is only so big, so it can only handle so much of the pellets. Where they cut, I don't know if they cut a hole in the bottom of like a 5-gallon bucket, and then they like put it on top of the open auger, and then so
Just
like
let it feed it.
let it feed it like that.
Interesting.
I've seen a few of those recently. So like obviously these are if you're doing long cooks overnight, whatever. You don't have to get up and replenish the auger at all. But don't take my word for it. Go out there and research it before. I don't even know if they make like extensions or anything like that where you can just plop it on top of it. But we run with wood and charcoal here, so we're always going to be up tending to fire most of the time. And it's not a bad thing.
No,
I like doing it.
I think to me it's part of the process, part of the game. And again, I was doing the ham.
Yeah,
like it was just a shank, just over 9 pounds. I wasn't too worried about it. Like I didn't even have probes in there or anything. I was kind of going off of like time and kind of feel.
Yeah.
A little bit of temp and stuff, and so like eventually like I did drop it down the temp. I kind of had it a little bit higher for the first about like 4 hours.
Okay.
And
like at the 310 mark.
Yeah,
or
so
higher
it was,
than that.
Yeah, I was hovering just below 300.
Okay.
Like kind of back where like the meat was and stuff. So I did it, for about 4 hours there. And like awesome, man. Like when I did it, I cut quite a bit of that fat off.
Fat cap on top.
Yeah.
Did it have skin on it too?
It did. Yeah. So I cut some of that off too, and this is why I cooked it when the girls weren't around and stuff. But cause I'm not sure they would have eaten it if they had seen that part. But they.
Where do you think the meat comes from?
A lot of questions,
right? Yeah.
Like
no,
so
I got you.
But yeah, it was great because I was kind of cutting some of it off, and on some of it I got a little too thin, and like there's some good chunks of ham in that.
Yeah.
So like it's just me and my son, so I cut the good ham off of the fat, and then we had cheese and ham omelets for breakfast. Like man, dude, it was solid. So he was like. Yeah, he goes, don't tell mom, dad, but these are the best omelets I've ever had. I'm like, hell yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
Hell yeah.
So I know you let it go all day because you're like, I'm just letting it just roll all day.
Yeah, I texted you. I sent you a picture about what 3 hours in.
And this was early in the morning too.
This was, yeah, yep. Well, I wanted to get it rolling.
Yeah.
So essentially, like what I did, the cook I had it on for a total of like a little like 8.5 hours, and then I let it rest for a good hour to 2 hours.
Okay.
So, but dude, man, it was so good. It was so good. It like, again, I've never done shredded like pulled ham like this. I used
so your goal going in was to do the pulled ham.
Yep.
Okay.
I was gonna shred it. So I used our all-purpose
rub. Yep.
On it, and then our spicy all-purpose together.
Nice.
Yeah. And I put some cross hatches in there too.
Mm-hmm. Did you use a binder or anything?
I did, man.
Okay.
Nothing. Oh no, I take that back. I just brushed it down with like some apple juice.
Okay. Yeah.
Just to kind of help it stick.
Yeah.
But other than that, nothing. No. And what I did do too, buddy, because it was like I said, it was so cold out there. I did put a little apple juice in a pan, then I did some hot water.
Okay.
To kind of help.
Yeah, keep some moisture in there, you know, because you're breaking it down.
And it's gonna be like these are pretty much already cooked, right?
Yeah.
So all you really have to do is kind of heat it up if you want to. Like, I mean, you could do this in like an hour.
Yeah,
you know.
But you were going
not
long,
shred it.
Yeah, long, because so you could shred it. So what temp were you trying to get it up to internally?
I told you I didn't have a probe in there. I didn't probe it one time. I was going more based on like time.
Feel?
Yep.
Okay.
Just kind of how I felt.
As soon as it looks like, and then did you try? Like, did you poke it with your finger or anything like that?
Yeah. No, it was like I kind of touched it and stuff like. And what I ended up doing too is I wrapped it.
Okay.
After like
that was gonna be my next question.
Yeah. After about I want to say it was about a little over 4 hours in, I wrapped it.
Okay.
and just let it ride for another like 5 hours. Yeah,
That's a long cook, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So I can see how you didn't.
I did it another 4 hours after
Okay.
that. So
I
it was
can
like,
see how you didn't need to like probe it.
I wasn't too worried about it.
Okay.
I wasn't too worried about it.
If you're on a time crunch, though, like if you were probing it, like what were you looking for? Like 203 again?
Yeah,
Kind of like
yeah,
that,
probably like kind of just like pulled pork and stuff.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, but I wasn't. I had all day. I was up, ready to go. I knew I wanted to cook this, this day. Like I had it, so I was plenty of charcoal and stuff. It was a good cook, man. It was all day, and then at the end we did some Brussels sprouts too.
Ooh, nice. Now, did you roast them? Did you,
I threw them in a cast iron.
Cast iron.
Yep.
Kind of butter.
No, man, I just did some oil, a little
Okay.
olive oil, and some of our
Cut them
garlic
up, or are
seasoning.
these whole?
I quartered them.
Yeah, okay.
like the bigger ones.
Sure.
Yeah. So
Nice, man.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like it was a solid cook. So when you were doing the ham, were you putting them on sandwiches or just?
yeah, dude. So my wife I'd seen on like kind of in our pantry area, like we had some little Hawaiian rolls.
Ooh.
Yeah, that she'd gotten with some like spinach and artichoke dip, and I was like, well, I'm gonna use that.
She's not here to stop me, right?
Yeah, I don't know. So I thought you got these rolls for the ham. So, but
That's what it is.
So they were gone. They got home around like 7ish, and I shredded the ham, and my son and I were eating and stuff, and they both her and my daughter dove in.
That's
They
good.
each cut out, had a slider. We made sliders with it and stuff, and.
Now, you do anything crazy with the sliders? Like, did you brush the tops
Nothing,
with
dude.
like
Nothing.
butter and put any garlic on there or anything?
No, nothing. Literally pulled out the bag, the package, cut it in half, popped ham on it, smashed it down, and just
No sauce or anything?
nothing, dude.
Oh, nice.
I asked my son, I was like, "You want any barbecue sauce on this?" He's like, "Oh no, Dad, I'm good." I'm like, "All right,
What?
cool, me neither."
So, like, now this is really kind of your first time doing it.
Yeah, no, we never done pulled ham before. It was
Right.
Dude, my wife came in. She's like, "I really like it like this."
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, it had great flavor. When I wrapped it, I put a little bit of apple juice down in the bottom, just like a little bit, and a touch of water too. I didn't want it to be overly,
Now those bones just pull right out.
Oh man,
of
yeah, they sure did.
Yeah.
They sure. I'll send you. I didn't send you. It was a little bit later. By the time I got all cleaned up and everything, so I figured you were in bed already anyway.
Probably.
So, but yeah, I'll send you some pictures of it and stuff like, dude, like, because it's got like the knee in there, right?
Yeah.
And it's got like I think the tibia and the fibula are right there, but they just
Pull right out.
pull right out.
Nice.
Pull it right out, man. Yeah, so I took some pictures with those right on top and stuff, but then just shredded ham, man. I was like the outside got a little bit like kind of barky, or like more like jerky, I guess. But I mean, it shredded up nicely. Like I even after letting it rest for like 2 hours, like I didn't open it at all. Just had to feel like, hey, it's done, it's fine, and however it is.
Yeah.
It's like it cooked long enough. If I was more worried or concerned or doing this for like anyone, like for a party or anything like that, I probably would have probed it and been a little bit more meticulous about it. But I was like, this is gonna be a long all day cook.
Mm-hmm.
I had a buddy who lives out in California. He texted me and he's like, dude, I saw your temps are a little cold there. I'm like, hell yeah, it's freezing. And he's like, are you grilling today? I'm like, absolutely.
Yeah.
He's like, you're an idiot.
Hannibal.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, it's freezing here. It's 60 degrees.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. Like, man.
Bundle up.
Yeah, it's shorts and t-shirt. What are you doing?
What are you doing, man?
Yeah. But no, yeah, so he was like, what? You really grilling? I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Doesn't stop.
Yeah, we are. So, so it was cool. It was beautiful out. The sun was out and stuff, like kind of deceiving, but
yeah,
it rolled all day and it was awesome. A solid cook. I would definitely do the pulled ham. Definitely recommend the pulled ham again.
Okay.
It's super simple too, man. Like I said, I mean, as long as you have the time to do it and stuff, like
yeah, we got a recipe out there on the website. You can check it out. I'll add those pictures to that too. And then man, it was like we got the boys' birthday parties coming up, because we're in birthday month season here. I might do that. I might do the pulled ham.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. Like it was, again, you don't really have to babysit it too much. Like I was a little bit nervous too because it's kind of a longer cook, and I went a little bit higher than what I really kind of wanted to at the beginning. But because it was so cold out, like if it was during the summer, man, I would have dropped it to like 275, probably 250, and just let it go because it would have stayed a little bit better and not quite so windy and stuff. But yeah, I was a little bit nervous about that. So I went a little bit hotter the first like 4 hours and stuff, and then kind of the last 4, I dropped it down.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I was a little bit concerned. I thought when I wasn't sure what it was going to be like when I opened it up.
Mm-hmm.
If it was going to be like super dry,
Yeah.
so it can easily just dry out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, I didn't inject it. I think we've kind of talked about injecting ham in the past. Like,
Yeah.
it's not going to accept a lot of it. It's already cured and stuff anyway, so it's like that's I did kind of paint a little bit more apple juice on as I was going after like I checked it after the first like 2 hours.
Yeah.
But that was the only time I did that, and then yeah, man. I mean, it came out great.
Yeah.
It came out great. Like the cross hashes helped, kind of get some of the rub down in there and stuff.
I don't mind the top part being a little barky either.
No. My son kept coming and grabbing those pieces.
A piece, yeah.
Then he kept grabbing
Grab
those
a piece,
pieces
gnaw on it, or you can, like you said, you could still shred it up a little bit, and you still have some nice crunchy pieces in there.
Yeah.
Man, delicious, man.
Yeah. Yeah, and even like, so I got this thing that has like this bag at Aldi. It says 16 different beans in it and like some peas and stuff. So I'm gonna use that and make some soup.
Oh, okay. Some split pea soup or bean soup, or the ham and beans.
Yeah, whatever all these beans are, it's going with the ham. So, it's with it being this cold, man. This is
it's soup weather.
It is
soup and chilly weather.
Yeah.
So not like again. So going back to like you're out there grilling in the cold. Anything like if somebody's starting to prepare for something and do like because they do have some competitions around here, like in cold weather, obviously. I think there's one coming up here, like, the Steak Cook-Off Association's doing their like February one or whatever. They got some rib cook-offs coming up soon here. What else would you think you'd like to have out there, aside from like a propane heater or something like that? But you're blocking the wind, you got plenty of coal. What else you kind of need if you're cooking in the cold weather there?
Man, like you said, definitely some kind of a heater. Like if you're staying out there, like, 'cause I'll tell you what, like when I had to go out, and get the grill prepped and ready and stuff like that. And dude, even just going like to the garage, getting like the paper and stuff, the newspaper and my charcoal and everything, like, dude, my hands were freezing.
Good
like,
pair of gloves.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not easy to like start a fire with gloves on and stuff. But, like, dude, like getting it, like everything out there and ready. Like I went inside for like a few minutes before I went back out and started. And, I had like, a lighter with me outside and it wasn't working because it was so cold. And I literally like, I went outside and I had it in my pocket. And then as I was kind of crumpling up the paper and putting it, like I put it down on the table and stuff, and like it wouldn't work. Okay. So then I had to go back inside, find another lighter, and light everything and stuff. But yeah, it was flipping freezing.
Yeah.
So definitely like being dressed proper.
Right. No, yeah, if you think about it, we talked about, tailgating and stuff. Like imagine if you were down at the Bears game, and you were tailgating in that, making sure you got heaters, tents, with sides on them.
Something to block the wind.
Yeah, something to block the wind. Yeah. I got one of these heated vests for.
You really?
Yeah, I got one for Christmas.
Nice.
That was one. I was like, man, this would be great for grilling and tailgating too.
Absolutely.
Because we go out to events and stuff during the winter and stuff, and some of them are outside. So I was like, I see all these people walking around with heated vests. Like, I need one of those.
Yeah.
So that's definitely an option for you. Some good gloves. Some obviously some nice pair of socks and stuff. But like you said, like a good fire starter that is going to work in the cold weather.
Or a backup, like making sure you have stuff that's going to work and that's warm and so I don't know, man. Like I definitely like something to keep your equipment warm.
Right.
Yeah. And out of the elements and stuff, because if you have like charcoal and you're cooking kind of like what we do, I mean, you don't want wet wood, you don't want wet coals.
That's
or
right.
Like, bricks and stuff like that. Like that doesn't do you any good.
No,
So
I've started putting them into those
the bins.
The bins, yeah. So like the heavy duty kind of rubber totes. So that's where I put my wood chips now, and then that's where I usually put, like, if I open a bag of charcoal, I have one where I put my charcoal in there to keep it free from moisture. And that way it's easy to carry too. It's got a handle. And
Do you dump it out of the bag or you keep it in the
I
bag?
do, yeah.
Do you really?
So I do. I dump it out of the bag and I put it in the because this is one of those, I don't know, maybe like a 3-gallon one. So it's not huge, but it can carry like a whole bag of charcoal after I like maybe use it for like one you know.
So you kind of use it once and then dump the rest in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's same with like my wood chips or my wood chunks. You know, I keep them in, you know, plastic totes and things like that. So keep the moisture out. Easier to carry, I think, for the most part. Easy to find too, if I need to find them.
Yeah, that's solid for tailgating, right? Just kind of have all your equipment in one area and stuff. And if you're using, you know, like what we do, I mean,
Newspaper and stuff. I
Newspaper,
mean,
yeah.
man,
having that stuff wet makes for a bad day.
Yeah, and you could prepare ahead of time too if you wanted to do. Like I know there's a bunch of these. You know, you could buy them, but you know the cube starters from like Weber or some of these other ones. I got a few of those. I think I won in like a raffle. I got like a big box.
have you used those in the back?
I have, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need the whole thing.
It's like the haystack, you know.
They got the haystack ones, but this one's more. It's like a square. It's more like a rectangle. I like break it in. I don't need the whole thing when I'm lighting just like a chimney. So I like break them in half and use it. But I mean, it gets it going right away.
Nice.
But then you can do like I've seen people use, you know, toilet paper rolls where they stuff them with, you know, just regular kind of tissue paper and stuff like that to get it going. So yeah, just plan ahead that way to make sure you got a good fire starter that's gonna light and keep lit during the cold and windy season.
Yeah, because on Sunday when I was cooking, I went out there and like, you know, got it rolling and stuff, and then like I'd used some newspaper and stuff, but obviously I hadn't used enough because it was, I mean, just the bottom layer was just kind of going.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. So I went in, got some more, threw that under there, and I mean,
that's a good point. Like usually, like when you set it, you kind of like it's going, but like when it's cold and windy out there, you got to go back out there a few minutes later and just make sure it's still rolling.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like your whole timeline's gonna be shot.
Right.
It throws your whole thing back, doesn't it, man? Like
I've done that before, man.
Yeah, same.
I went out there like 20 minutes
Yeah,
later
like, what
thinking,
the heck?
it didn't go.
Right. And you're just like, God dang it. And
Did it again.
Yep. Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say especially like when it's windy and cold like that too. I mean, it's, you know, the wind will come through and it'll just crush your newspaper up before it's even, you know, getting halfway up the chimney there and stuff. So, you know, obviously, I mean, I had plenty of other stuff left in there and just went and grabbed some more.
Yeah, man. Well, I wanted to show you this. So we're recording this on Tuesday. Monday night was the Indiana-Miami championship game down in Miami, and this was like the college football. And this is what they were serving at the national title game down in Miami. They call it the Tropical Keys Beef Hammer.
Ooh.
Angus beef shank glazed with pineapple bourbon barbecue sauce over garlic mashed potatoes. Look at this thing.
Wow.
It's like Thor's hammer.
Heck yeah, it is.
And it says $81 for that.
Holy cow. Looks delicious.
It looks delicious, but I don't know if I pay $81.
No.
It's a Thor's hammer type of thing. But it sounds great. You know, beef Angus beef glazed with pineapple bourbon barbecue sauce. The beef hammer at the national championship. I was like, man, that looks delicious.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd drop 81 bones on it.
I mean, if you're there.
Yeah, I guess, because the average price, like the lowest price was like $3,700. So what's another $81?
At that point, might as well live it up, you know?
You're probably paying that much in beer anyways, right?
Probably.
But it was a great game. I don't know if you watched any of it, back and forth battle. But congrats to the Hoosiers on their national championship.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought, turn it around in a few years, but now they're the powerhouse of Indiana, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess Indiana's good for something. You know?
Yeah. And today is National Cheese Day, I think it is. So queso dip.
Is that what you're going to make today?
No, I was looking at what we had on the website out there, and your queso dip is out there.
Good. Throw it out there, man.
Yeah, it's out there. Go out to burnpitbbq.com and search for the queso dip. I know we talked about your buffalo chicken dip last week.
We did.
But your queso dip. Any tips for anybody else looking to make some queso out there for the playoffs or the Super Bowl coming up?
Oh man, yeah. It is literally a blank canvas, right? Like, just you need some like Velveeta. I mean, you can put whatever flipping cheese you want in there. You can add whatever. Like pepper jack's good, cheddar's good. Like just kind of, it's gonna be like creamy but like sticky a bit. And then again, like I know like a lot of people use like chorizo. I'm more a fan of like the ground beef side.
Ground beef.
Or you don't have to put any meat in it. You can do chicken. Like, yeah, whatever. I kind of just like
the diced like tomatoes with chilies in it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get real cheap at Aldi. They have like nice like little ones too. I like to go with 2 of those.
Sure.
Go with some fresh like some onion. You can either add an onion in when cook it with the ground beef, or you can put it in when you're doing the rotel. You can do fresh tomatoes, green onion. You can put bacon in there, man. I mean, there's like I said, I mean, there's so many options.
Yeah.
So many options. Super easy.
Been seeing a lot of like street corn, like putting it in their queso and stuff like that. It's not my style, but if you're looking for something different, there's a lot out there like with the corn recently, like a lot of like queso dip with corn or like street corn dips and stuff like that. Right now, I've seen a bunch of them out there recently.
I'm a big fan of throwing like some black beans in there too.
Black beans. Yeah.
Black olives, I guess.
If you're looking for something simple to do, like Ben said, like it's a blank canvas.
You can keep it simple. Literally, just do
get
like
some Velveeta cheese
and like the tomatoes,
cream cheese. Get some. You can put some of your own shredded cheese in there with a little bit of heavy milk. Some cream in there.
I don't know if I put much milk in there.
Yeah, if you're making your own cheese sauce or whatever.
Yeah,
put a little beer in there.
Now we're talking, Greg.
A little Guinness.
Oof.
Stout.
Yeah, thick and heavy, huh? I like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One of those where it's, again, another easy one that you could think about. We got some ideas out there like tailgating dips and stuff like that on the website.
It's definitely flipping cold enough, too, to where if you want to cold smoke some cheese, now's the time.
Now's the time
to do it.
Cold smoke some cheese. That's a great point.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to worry about,
Yep. It's not going through the grates. Right, it's not,
Yeah.
It's not too cold.
If you keep it low
there.
enough, it's not going through the grates.
Yeah, now's not a bad time to do that. Mm-hmm. I've cold smoked cheese one time.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that because we got our friends over at Oscarware, since it's a bunch of grill toppers and stuff. Thinking about how we could use their stuff a little bit more. Maybe smoking some cheese this week would be a good idea.
Yeah.
But good. Otherwise, man, like I did some brats last week, trying to perfect my brat techniques. I missed the mark this time, Ben. I did it indirect for about 20 minutes, so it was the grill was about 250. So
what kind of brats, man?
Johnsonville,
just traditional
Johnsonville brats.
Okay.
And I didn't do anything to them. I just put them on. I did a 2-zone fire on the Weber, and I set it for about 250, and I indirect grill for about 20 minutes because I want a nice kind of smoke, a nice slow cook on the internal, and then I put them directly over the coals for like the last portion so I could char them up a little bit. Wasn't watching my time too well. So, I wanted to go for like about a minute aside. I got distracted. It was a few minutes and I came out there and it was a little bit further done than I had hoped. But it wasn't, all was not lost. It wasn't terrible. I was like, shoot.
Did it again. One job.
But it was good. Either way, it was good. Brought some hot dogs out there. I told you I was getting an itch, man. My brat levels were low. But I also picked up some different brats I hadn't got before. Another Wisconsin brand that I hadn't seen before, and I can't remember off the top of my head because they're in my freezer. But I'm going to try those out here soon, too. And got a big bag of them.
Big bag.
They're linked together still.
Nice.
So I'm thinking about smoking those too.
All together?
Yeah.
Just one big
roll. Yeah.
Yeah,
like the cartoons. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I got going on. Hopefully this week, maybe I'll do some of that. Smoke some cheese. Okay. Anything about anything else?
Am I thinking about anything else, man? I don't know. I don't know. I've been talking to my wife a lot about like turkey, like doing turkey breasts and stuff like that, and like nice, just smoking it for like kind of similar to like 6 to 8 hours,
Sure.
And then just like shaving it for like sandwiches and stuff. But don't have any turkey breasts on hand, so
okay,
we'll see. Let's see, dude. What else? I like the idea of like cold smoking some cheese. Seems like a good week to do that and play a bit. I think you're right. I think we should play and kind of see what we come back with.
Yeah.
Kind of see what we come back with. It's definitely cold enough out there. I did use the Oscar stuff too. Did some asparagus.
Okay.
When we were doing the fish.
Yeah.
Dude, so this was like the craziest thing ever. I think one of the craziest things I've had happen to me when I was out grilling. And I wanted to share this with you.
Okay.
So it's Sunday night, I'm doing like the fish. And same thing, kind of like what you were just talking about. Like I'd set a timer like on my phone twice. And like I looked down and I'm like, dude, should have gone off by now and stuff. And like I look down and it's like nothing's like happening. I open it up and it's like 0, 0, 0, 0. I'm like, what the hell? Like happened twice. That like it the timer went through, it didn't go off and stuff for me. And I was like, God dang it. So I'm kind of like, all right. And luckily it's just me and my son. Like so he's usually pretty flexible and knows when I screw stuff up. So dude, so I'm out there and like I go out there and stuff and I kind of hear something. Like our house and our garage are detached, right? So I hear something kind of over by like the gate. I like look over and like the garage light's not on, and I look over and there's like this big head like by my gate, and I'm like, it looks like a flipping coyote.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, and it ends up like I look at it, I'm like, Zeke. And it's like this, the neighbor behind us, it's their dog, this giant flipping German Shepherd.
Yeah.
And I only see this dog like through the fence, right? Like I've never been like, I kind of go over there. I'm like, hey man, like, what are you doing? Like, you need to go home. Like, and he's wagging his tail and stuff. I'm like, God dang it. And I can kind of hear like the neighbor like calling for him. I'm yelling like, hey man, he's over here. And like, but he thinks it's like the other neighbors saying this, and then he goes over there with them. He starts like watching the football game.
Oh, geez.
Because they had like this outdoor patio, I guess, with like heaters and all this, right?
Okay.
So, like I can't see him. We got all these trees and stuff. But like, so I'm like, God dang it. And I'm like, shoot. I don't really want him here because like I know my dogs don't like, they don't like having other dogs in their yard and stuff like that. And
well, yeah, it's not your dog.
It's not, yeah. And
this is their yard.
Yep. And so like I go inside and I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like, so I'm like, I want to get him home. I want to make sure nothing happens to him. Like,
yeah.
So I'm like, God. And so I kind of grab like a leash and stuff, and like I tell my son like, hey dude, Zeke's in our yard. Like he's over here. I'm gonna try to get him, like take him back home and stuff. And so I go back out and I kind of go over like by like the gate area, and I don't see him and stuff. I'm kind of like looking out in the driveway, and then I turn, man. And he's in our backyard, like in the back, and now he's like kind of running at me. And I'm like, oh shoot! And like luckily, like I listened to this one podcast, and it's a religious podcast, but it has like a former Navy SEAL on it. And like at the end of the podcast and stuff, he always shares like kind of a survival tip, and he's like, and one of them, he's like, always carry a knife. Yeah. Even if like you're at home. Like, and you just got sweatpants on, carrying the band in your sweatpants. Sure. Luckily, I did. Yeah. So I pull out the knife, and I'm like, and I'm talking to this dog. He's a big German Shepherd. Dog, like, I think you've seen him at our house and stuff. Like, and he's like kind of running at me, like trotting. And I'm like, oh no, dude. Like, so I pull out my knife and stuff, and like I'm talking to him, like, hey Zeke, how you doing, buddy? And he comes up, kind of put my hand out, and like sniffs me, and I kind of pet him and stuff. But then he like runs back down to like down by the fence. Yeah. And he's staring through the fence, like, oh shoot. I'm supposed to be over there, not over here. Yeah. And I'm like, God dang it. So like he's kind of like running along like the fence line, like he's a little bit worried and kind of getting scared and stuff. And I'm like, God dang it. And finally like the guy is kind of like back over in his yard area. I'm like, hey man, like he's like calling for him, like he's over here, he's back here and stuff. He's like, oh, was that you calling? I thought it was those guys. That was them when I started watching the football game. I'm like, no, he's here. He's like, Zeke, get over here. And like, we got, trees, and he kind of goes in between like the trees and like reaches over the fence and grabs his collar. Yeah. And he's like calling him to pull over. and I'm like, you think he can jump that? He's like, I don't know. And he's like, you want to, like, it sounds like kind of like right there. You want to lift him up and just hand him over? I'm like, was he gonna bite me? He's like, no, he's friendly. So like he's like, all right. So I go down there and he's like, okay, 1, 2, 3, and he grabs his collar. I kind of grab this dog by his back, and his stomach, and like lift him up, and he just grabs him and yanks him over into his yard. He's like, sorry about that. I'm like, one of the craziest things that ever happened to me while I was grilling. Dude.
Oh man,
I like
put another chapter in the book.
I know. I was, and my wife's not there and stuff. Like, it's like, man, Greg, did you bait this dog? Did you bait this dog to come over here? Like, I was like, what the hell? Like,
watch this.
Once he started running at me, I was like, oh my God.
Here we go.
Here we go.
This is how it ends.
Yeah, this is it. Like, it's like, oh no, I don't want to deal with this dog like eating.
That's always be prepared when you're in your backyard grilling.
Right. Like you never know what's gonna happen. You never know what's gonna happen. Like I said, dude, this is a big German Shepherd.
Worst case scenario, you gotta throw the meat at it.
No, right. Here, eat the fish. Eat the fish.
Yeah.
Eat the fish. Like. Dude, it was crazy.
Dude.
It was crazy. I was like, man, I can't wait.
Too, right?
Yeah, heck yeah, it was. So
big black German Shepherd coming at you.
Yep. Oh, God
dang it.
Yep. I mean, I had kind of the lights on like around the grill and stuff, but like still like.
You don't know what this is.
I've only seen this dog like through the fence. Like
he's probably trying to get a sniff of what you're
cooking over there. What do you got going?
What are you doing over here? Yeah.
I started to swing by.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, it was nuts.
I get
man.
it. I understand.
Yeah. I was like, God dang it.
Yeah, man. This one to grill.
Yep.
I gotta deal with this.
I gotta move the salmon over and oh man.
Yeah. Well,
it was crazy, man.
I'm glad everything worked out well.
Me too. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. But that was the first. That was the first for me while grilling and stuff. So.
Yeah. I would imagine, like, if you're grilling in the backwoods somewhere, sometimes you get some visitors.
Maybe.
Right? Yeah. But glad things all worked out for you.
Me too. I didn't expect to lift up this dog and pass him through the fence.
You German.
Yeah. Like, all right.
All right, man. Well, I hope the next time you're out there, nothing like that happens to you.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. Right. I'll call you first.
Okay.
I'll just put the phone on, like, hey, start recording or something. Like, oh, Greg's gonna love this.
Yeah. Right. Take pictures.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. Well, that's all I got for you.
Sounds good.
We'll talk to you next week.
Take it easy.
Cheers.